All right. Hello. It's been a while since we came back to the game, so we're gonna go back to this. Oh, I can't remember. I think we were in the fourth. We finished the fourth murder, which was the ship in the mist. Um, yeah, and we're gonna move on to the fifth, I believe. So let's go. Also, one thing with my voice, I went to a theme park yesterday, so my voice is a little bit raspy because of that. So, yeah, just a note. All right, let's go. All right. Don't exactly remember what we were doing.
此番过后，引出姑娘和德满兄，怕是都无法继承遗产了。
沈先生不说，我都没注意这事。所以说啊，善恶终有报。大哥是作茧自缚，至于小妹嘛，她若需要钱，我作为哥哥，不会坐视不管。
阿福，你一直跟着我，有什么事吗？
All right, we were in the past, so I guess this part of the story was when Afu was trying. I mean, we were just kind of reminiscing on how we got Afu as a partner.
先生，我的舌头已经好了，现在说话完全没问题了。
那太好了。这几天要清淡饮食，少说话，多让舌头休息。
先生真厉害，那么难的案子都被你破解了。
其实，要不是小娥复仇心切，此案未必。
但最后结果是好的，那些证物和证言，像一颗颗散落的鱼丸，被先生巧妙地串在了一起，变成了鲜美的鱼丸串。
Fishball stews.
阿福，你不妨直说。
我想说，先生所做的事十分之有意义。如果当年的尸标案能有人查明真相，就能避免今天的悲剧发生了。所以，我想给先生当助手。
你晕血，怎么做侦探助手？命案现场少不了有血迹。
这个问题我早就想好了。先生，你看，
这是你的新发明。
Is that sunglasses?
这是我查案专用的滤光镜，
Okay, a filter.
我都试好了，只要带着它就不会晕血。
还真是用心了。
先生同意了，我等会儿就去收拾行李。我懂革制学，还擅长研究机械，将来一定可以帮上忙。
Fair enough.
这事能水落石出，多亏有沈先生在。
这次能接近真相，实属侥幸。
沈先生，
Right, so
老夫还有一事想请你帮忙。
the last case was about the murder on the ship, and then we found the murder, which was, I think, the boat assistant. Yeah.
罗船长，请说。
阿福来找我，说他要同你去破案。阿福家中发生变故后，就一直留在他爷爷造的这艘船上，闭门不出，潜心发明。如今他愿意走下船去，我心里为他高兴。但这孩子心性单纯，我总放心不下。今后还请沈先生多费心。
罗船长放心，我会替你照顾好阿福。
沈先生，有件事也许你应该知道。
引珠姑娘，请讲。
小娥说，曾见到灵叔和我单独说话，确有其事。
灵叔和尹珠姐说了什么呀？
小娥的生辰快到了，灵叔准备了套黄色袄裙，想要送给她。裙子上的鹅是他自己绣的，他担心不像鹅，倒像鸭子。
灵叔是真心待小娥好，他们两个就像父女，却变成这样了。
小娥刺杀老林的位置就在船声筒附近，可老林既没有反抗，也没有呼救。 他临终前的心情一定很复杂。
银珠姐，你怎么不把这件事告诉小娥啊？说不定能化解小娥心中的隔阂。
未见他人苦，莫劝他人善。
银珠姑娘，我赞同你的选择。有一些恩怨是没办法化解的。
对了，银珠姐，有个问题我一直想不通。当时为什么你宁可冒风险，也要去烧那副扑克牌啊？别人不知道，但我知道，你是真的不在意遗产继承的事。
可能我被那个场面吓糊涂了吧。
其实，在调查扑克牌的时候，我曾注意到另一处蹊跷。
Is she suspicious?
那才是影珠真正想守护的秘密吧。
Do we want to dig deeper? I'm curious though. Hang on. What shall we do? Dig deeper? It's something that she wants to hide or protect. Let's do it. Oh,
听说莫雨琪的成名作心有灵犀，
right.
而这套牌中有部分牌的牌点数量定是这样。阿福，影珠姑娘真正在意的是如何守住魔术的秘密。
要怎么诠释这件事，是沈先生的自由。之后如果来上海，欢迎来看我们的演出。
Okay, no consequences about that.
先生，雾散了，太阳升起来了。
So where are we? Ooh, no. Where are we headed?
所以，最后小娥减刑成功了。
Okay, back to the present.
那是自然，我家先生向来说到做到。
对他来说，也算是找回公道了。不过，我总觉得还有哪里不对。
文小姐说说看。
时间，按说，小娥是在听到吴德满和燕夫人的对话后起意杀人的。可是，真有人能在这么短的时间内想出如此周密的计划吗？如果他在很早之前就开始谋划了，又如何确保吴家人都会上船呢？
文小姐果然敏锐，连这一点都察觉到了。
先生，这个案子还有隐情吗？
的确有人从此事获益颇多，只可惜这件事小娥决定自己承担，我们也找不到其他的证据。
那个人难道是？
先生，可心姐，我们到扬州了。
Wait, you're not gonna let her finish? Who's the other person? Or are we? Am I supposed to just deduce from that? Ooh. Maybe it's something we'll find out in the later part. I'm always hoping that we'll find out.
终于有机会试试这个。
We don't ever know it.
开伞成功，双手解放。扬州是先生的家乡吧？
没错，
很少听先生说起呢。
这里的经历并不愉快。
新词书局就在前面。先生，我们快过去吧。
I can't speak to him.
沈先生、徐先生， 欢迎来金瓷书局，我是书局的督教方寒秋。
方先生好。
通过你的电报，我
方
们获知
先生
了佩罗镇事件的原委。感谢二位查明了真相。
吕先生是一名出色的编辑，他的离世实在令人惋惜。
你电报中提到罗世文对罗佩作品的贡献，我们也已于昨日登报说明。
这样也算对吕先生有个交代。
毕城十分看重作者名誉，希望他泉下有知。
吕先生一定会很欣慰的。
雨越下越大，二位先请进，我们屋里说。
Why was he
沈
calling
先
all
生
the
这次
ladies
来
先
是要
生？
查一本书，不知书名是什么？
我也不知道确切的书名，不过，据罗世文说，罗佩的斗士一阵对此书的情节有所借鉴。
毕城经手过的稿件可以说是汗牛充栋，若要一份份查阅内容，耗费的时间会很长。沈先生还知道其他的信息吗？
这件事，说不定对找书有帮助。吕先生生前的最后一段时间，都在忙哪些工作？有没有与存稿有关的？
非要说的话，毕城最近在花大力气重读过往的剧稿。
啊？已经拒绝的稿子为什么要重读呢？
此前书局并不重视侦探小说这一题材，很多的投稿都被拒了。但近年侦探小说日益受读者欢迎，毕城希望能从中发掘出更多才华横溢的作者。
也就是说，有一些优秀的侦探小说被埋没在剧稿中了。
正是如此，毕城认为侦探小说的流行大有裨益。他展示了一种严密的逻辑思维模式，同时也鼓励大家去追求真相。对于长期受八股文束缚的读者而言，这犹如沙漠中的清泉。
吕先生在做的事，的确很有意义。
先生，吕先生很可能是在整理剧稿时意识到罗佩书中的点子是抄的，所以他才会去找罗佩谈。
剧稿被送回档房了，我带你们去。
Oh, just one answer? I thought we could explore the other options. It's
奇
gone.
怪了，毕城整理过的那批剧稿明明放在此处啊，怎么不见了呢？
Why am I not surprised?
哦，是那只鹦鹉在说。
九儿乖乖，你吃完饭了吗？
完了！
沈先生，这位是档房管理员吴秀丽，九儿是她养的鹦鹉。有什么需要帮忙的，尽可找她。秀丽，沈先生和阿福都是侦探，他们来书局调查线索，我们尽力要协助。
侦探，破苏杀案的那种侦探。
正是。
好猎奇，好喜欢。这还是我第一次遇到真的活的侦探。
Sorry about that. My mom just budged in the room.
活的。嘿，其实我也是一名侦探小说家，笔名叫阿帕。
阿帕。
哇，好厉害啊！能拜读你写的书吗？
我还在构思中。哎，你别说，就咱们对话的时间，我忽然就有了灵感。侦探来到书局档房寻找失落的线索，摆在面前的却是成堆的书稿。要从里面找到关键证据， 这是前所未有的挑战。
你这不是根本没开始写吗？
吕先生曾整理过一批侦探小说的剧稿，秀丽姑娘可知放在何处？
档房目前还没有侦探小说这个单独的分类，只有话本小说、志怪小说、公
Narrative
案小说、武侠小
fiction,
说、言情小
supernatural.
说。
Whoa, that's a lot.
那些剧稿原本杂乱的堆放在这张桌子上，不过我花费了整整2天时间，把每一份书稿都有序归档了。夸我，夸我！
That's one way.
大家的脸色好像不太好。
那沈先生想要查阅的话，只能去每个书架上一本一本找了。
完了，完了！
无妨，阿福，我们就从最左侧的书架找起吧。
It's gonna be a lot of time. I love that they're actually making a time lapse of this. As time goes by, we've emptied it out.
这摞也发完了，我再去拿一摞。
炒饭、油糕、牛皮糖，先生醒醒，来吃啊！
The kid. Oh. Whoa. Is this supposed to be like a secret part of the archives? Or we just keep walking back to the same place? Whoa. This is mad. What am I supposed to do? Whoa. Wait, but it's suddenly full. Look, the books are suddenly full. Now they're all full. Whoa.
别怕，是哥哥。
What?
仲平，你又拿了爹的烟枪。
Oh, it's in his head.
在哪里？在哪里？在哪里？
别出声，我去应付。爹，你在找什么？
我钱呢？我钱呢？
家里早就没钱了，东西也被你变卖光了。
谁说没钱了？那个小兔崽子去哪儿了？丽云的孔老板过几天就来接他。只要他听话，跟男人去，那可是不少钱。
I don't know, his dad selling him off?
你疯了！
养了你们那么多年，也该尽孝了。原来躲在这里。
Not creepy at all.
快跑！
Whoa. Well, this is a nightmare for sure. Oh no! How long more is this? Oh, there we go. Whoa. Wait, what happened?
我可以进来吗，郑平？不让我进来的话，我只好变戏法给别人看喽。
哦，
你先闭上眼睛，可以睁开了。喜欢吗？这是萤石粉，可以在黑暗中发出荧光。郑平啊，你听过小猴子的故事吗？一天晚上，一只小猴子在水塘边玩耍，它看到了水中的月亮，便伸手去触碰，水面泛起了涟漪，月亮在涟漪中消失了。小猴子很震惊，以为自己把月亮打碎了，其实那只是月亮在水中的倒影。月亮消失，是因为它被云遮住了。郑平，那件事自始至终都不是你的错。即使乌云遮蔽了整个天空，你还拥有一片自己的星空。郑平，哥哥最近找到一个方法，说不定能治好你的失语症。
What's aphasia?
我看到一本医学杂志上说，人遭遇过度惊吓时，舌头可能会后缩，导致舌骨脱位，无法说话。
哦，
若用镊子将舌骨正位，便可恢复。我知道，那些大夫都说你再也不可能说话了，但哥哥不会放弃。可以让我试试吗？仲平，你尽可能张大嘴巴，再慢慢把舌头往外吐。很好。
哥哥，疼！
无意识的痛苦回忆，如果无法释放或治愈，可能会分裂出不同的自我，以避免面对内心矛盾。
So it is in his head.
这是人出于自我保护的本能所构建的心理防御机制之一。
哥哥，你在看什么书？
弗洛伊德的《梦的解析》这本书介绍了心理疾病的发病原理和治疗方法。
心理
Sigmund Freud.
我想了解鸦片成瘾的心理原因，进而探索出治疗之法。
难怪哥哥最近都在看医学书籍。
如今鸦片泛滥，不仅我们家深受其害，更有千万家庭尚在苦海。
可市面上不是已经有戒烟药了吗？
市面上的戒烟药大多是鱼目混珠的补药，价格昂贵，却收效甚微。
因此，哥哥想找到真正有效的治疗法。
我在弗洛伊德的一篇文章中了解到一种叫高科的植物。弗洛伊德用他的提取物来治疗抑郁症等疾病。如果这个药能帮助戒烟瘾，那爹的悲剧便不会再重演了。
That would be good. So it's a dream.
哥哥，还要等到什么时候啊？钓鱼好无聊。
去，抓狗了！
哥哥，别让鱼儿跑了。
鱼儿抓狗时不着急提竿，耐心等一等。 大鱼上钩时会有明显的异沉。
是一条桂鱼。
回家，今晚哥哥做清蒸桂鱼。
太好了，有鱼吃喽！
Reminiscing on his brother.
俄国的北部毗邻北极，终年积雪。
每天都是冬天，也太冷了。有没有永远是夏天的地方？
阿非利加州的以南地当赤道，岩壑荒漏。
哥哥，你要去学医的地方在哪里？
在这儿，英国的首都，伦敦。
两位公子的才华世间罕见，尤其是沈二公子，年纪轻轻就获得了公派留学资格。今日为二位留影纪念，待二位学成归来，定能大展宏图，本照相馆也能跟着沾光。放松，不要动喽。
Oh damn.
哥哥，究竟是谁害了你？
Oh yeah, we were supposed to help solve his brother's murder. I forgot about that. Ooh. Here's the split
这是
personality.
你第几次回到这里了？
我没数过，
第1103年，几乎每个夜晚你都在这里，但你仍然找不到答案。而随着时间的流逝，你的记忆正在消退。
别妨碍我，我一定会查明哥哥遇害的真相。
那你可得抓紧时间了。
Since when? There was a key? No. Gotta remember what those are. Hmm. Toby Chang. Wait, then what about the door? The hell is that door?
This is all the case files here. You can take your time reviewing here. I'll go get the paperwork ready for your signature.
Only coming to an end. You didn't solve it. Toby Chang, academic competitor, Brian Shen, yada yada yada. I can't read underneath here. On the other death, someone saw you engaged in an argument. Tell me. There was no argument. Someone with malicious intentions trying to smear my name. The library administrator George confirmed that Toby Cheng had a clear alibi. Stonewall mentioned deep friendship. However, there were rumors of a heated discussion. Something. Stonewall's sudden departure became the focal point of the investigation. The reasons behind his departure remain unclear. This made him a suspicious figure in unfolding events, but due to his alibi, his involvement in the case was temporarily ruled out. Departure records confirming Stonewall's departure before his incident. So they had a heated argument. Left the day before Brian's death. Sahara. Yeah, this is a little bit weird, right? Because it's smudged. And like the ink is so degraded compared to everything else. Auntie Cheng. Oh, not surprised. And during questioning, she was enjoying sitting in the doorway. Inquiries with Mary Sean, the server. Police also reached out to Karen's doctor to gather more information. She has less than a year to live. Where was I? Asking where I was. Zhongyuan Festival. Avoid going out. The Ghost Gates. Oh. Found to have a fatal illness with only 1 year at most. That's very sad. The dagger that took my brother's life, the blood on it has already coagulated. Huh. This dagger is lighter. Found 2 fingerprints. Both of them belong to my brother. Both fingerprints are located at the end of the dagger handle. The only key to the crime scene room was held in my brother's left hand. Side cut mechanism. Mat. Bookshelf. Jack the Ripper. Interesting. I remember that. August 16th. Deadly St. Mary's Hospital fire claims lives of 20 patients. Second floor. Patients or participants in an experimental project. I wonder if that will come into play as evidence in the later part. The Morse code. Five telegrams from Mr. Bell to my brother starting 2 weeks before the incident. Adjusted medication proven effective in small trials. Congratulations. Not your fault. No need to blame yourself. Drug development challenging path. Keep going. I believe success awaits. Oh. So are these like the different optimism needed, assistance offered anytime, stay positive? Understood. Concerns office meeting tomorrow, 9 a.m. Hold on, read. It's 5, 10. Oh, this is the date? August 13, August 14, and then his death was case file. Toby Chang.
Officer, I am a distinguished graduate of UCL. How could I possibly commit murder?
There's competition between ye and the victim, Brian Shen. Besides, you were the last one to see him before Brian returned to the apartment.
Ooh, last person.
I did see him, but you can't condemn me as guilty just because I saw him, right?
Whether you're deemed guilty depends on your answers to the following questions. On the day of Brian's death, August 15th, someone claims to have seen you two arguing.
We had no argument. It must be someone trying to smear my name. I can explain that.
What's smear your name?
At 9 a.m. that morning, I was going to the Wandsworth Library to borrow books, passing by Pimlico. I saw Brian coming out of Mr. Bell's office building. I greeted him, but he pretended not to hear. I was angry. I grabbed him to confront and discuss the situation.
Just because you greeted him and he did not respond?
Not exactly. Mr. Bell's research project should be mine. He stole it away. He not only shamelessly took my project, but also deliberately ignored me. Wasn't that infuriating?
So you got into an argument with him over that?
I didn't. He seemed absent-minded, not responding as if he couldn't hear what I was saying. Later, someone looked our way, so I let him go. There was no argument at all.
Whether you're deemed guilty depends on your answers to the following questions.
Being absent.
Where were you between 1 and 3 in the afternoon that day? And what were you doing?
I spent the entire afternoon studying at the library, then returned to the lab in the evening.
Is there someone who can vouch for your whereabouts?
The librarian named George can testify for me.
Whether you're deemed guilty, you ken of others who might bear a grudge against Brian?
I wouldn't know. I'm usually focused on my academic pursuits and don't mind others' business.
Mr. Chang, please cooperate with our work.
I really don't know. Only one time I overheard him having a heated argument with Stone Wu.
Stone.
What's the
other guy?
relationship between Stone Wu and Brian Shen? Do you ken why they had an argument?
They are friends. Stone often borrowed money from Brian. Their argument might be related to money, but I'm not so sure about specifics. What I heard, Stone recently made a fortune.
Oh.
Moreover, he hurriedly returned to China the day before Brian's incident. Definitely fishy.
We'll verify whether you're deemed guilty.
Okay. Watson.
Mr. Bell, sorry for the trouble.
After all, Brian was a researcher in the project I funded and a friend of Joseph's. I will do everything I can to bring the truth to light.
Heard this funding project is about opium cessation drugs?
Opium cessation medication is one of Watson Pharmacy's core businesses. We have always placed a strong emphasis on research and development in this area. In fact, the person we initially funded wasn't Brian, but his classmate, Toby Chang.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, Toby had lofty ambitions, but little progress after 6 months. Joseph introduced me to Brian. He was facing pressure from the Sassoon family due to his research. The Sassoons benefit greatly from the opium trade. They will by no means stand idly by. When I saw his research progress, it only strengthened my determination to support him. Also, the reason Brian studied pharmacy and aspired to develop better opium cessation medication was because his family was ruined and devastated by opium. I believe he is the most suitable person to carry out this research. I will do everything I can to bring the truth to light.
Someone hear ye having an argument with Brian in the office on the morning of August 15th?
Wait, so when it says August 15, why does this say... Wait, where was his... Okay, never mind.
At 9 a.m. that morning, I had arranged to meet Brian for coffee to talk his recent conditions.
Like, the person's, who is it? Stone Wu's, travel documents say September.
Has she been
Did
fed
I remember it
recently?
wrongly?
The research faced some difficulties, and Brian was feeling quite down about it. I encouraged him to hold on, but he suddenly became very agitated, so we ended the conversation. It wasn't like his usual self. I intended to talk to him some day later, but...
How long has he been in this condition?
In fact, during that period, his condition was quite worrisome. He became very pessimistic. In hindsight, I should have kept him a bit longer. I deeply regret that now. I will do everything I can.
Where were ye between 1 and 3 in the afternoon on that day?
There was a pharmaceutical industry seminar that afternoon. I was invited to deliver a speech.
Understood. Your alibi.
Officer,
Aye, of
Brian's research on opium cessation medication touched upon the interests of certain groups.
Pretty sure those groups do not have good
I
intentions.
don't want this case to be overly influenced by external factors affecting police judgment. I also trust that the details of the case be kept confidential. I will do everything I...
You
The old granny.
police, let bad guys go. Bother this old lady instead.
Mrs. Chang, I brought you in for questioning because on that day you were...
Only one at scene? Suspect me as murderer just like that? Aye, which fool would murder in their own home?
Mrs. Ch
Ridiculous!
I doubt we'll
Dare
be
you
able to
stop
ask any
brewing my
questions here.
medicine, curing illness, extending life?
I'll try to keep it brief. Where were ye between 1...
You ask where I was? It was Hungry Ghost Festival. Taboo to go out that day. Soak up sun, dispel bad energy. Been sitting in front of house sunning myself. You foreigners understand or not? On that day, Ghost Gate opens. Avoid going out.
I'll try to keep it brief. During that time, did anyone...
Of course not. No one comes in without my permission. No one's getting in any day. Besides you police, who else likes barging into others' homes?
Did anyone else think you might have...
Yes, 2 guys tracking Brian. They've been staring in my house.
Aye, we've spoken to folk across the road, and nobody's laid eyes on the pair you mentioned. James
not
and Mary
good.
from the cafe next door said the same. Are you...
I'm sure I didn't see wrong.
I'll
I
try
do
to keep
trust
it
her
brief.
though, that there's probably 2 guys after him. Scene details. Okay. 205. Excuse me. 205 that someone reported it via telegram. Locked room, the only key was in Brian's hands. Sergeant Joseph's urging the police conducted several additional rounds of investigation. Ooh, this is where the name comes up, St. Mary's Hospital. Where Brian Shin frequently went for his studies, the hospital had recently suffered a devastating fire on August 15th. Savic restaurant located across the street. Here, there we go. Attached to the layout map of Auntie Cheng's house, as well as photographs of the crime scene. So this is the first floor. So it leads up to a larger bedroom and lab. Sure. I think I've investigated it. Stool. Seven candles. Can I not go in that door? What's this? There's nothing here. Back to the police office. Victim details. Bruises on all fingertips, on both hands, wood shavings in the nails. A recently healed wound on the dorsum of the right foot. Wax strips found on the clothes, no defense wounds. Extensive internal bleeding. Death was between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. I guess that's all that we got.
Master Shen, this here is Sergeant Gaunt, in charge of investigating your brother's case.
Family of the deceased. The investigation into this case is done and dusted. Sign here.
Sergeant Gaunt, I can't sign it yet.
What you say?
My brother won't kill himself.
You questioning the police, are you?
No, not questioning, just telling.
No. I just feel that...
Mr. Shen, we hold your brother's case in the highest regard. Very seriously. Suicide is the conclusion reached after meticulous investigation and careful consideration. Whether it's Joseph or the more experienced Sergeant Gaunt, both are on board with this conclusion.
Ain't you here to collect the remains? No signature, no go with the rest of the bleeding paperwork.
哥哥绝不会自杀。如果我签署了这份文件，这个案子尘埃落定了。我不能就这样轻易签字。哥哥，你到底经历了什么？似乎什么地方不对劲。
Mr. Shen.
A voice tells me that there is an inconsistency between a certain item I saw earlier and the documents in my hands.
Why so sudden? Hang on. What? Okay, there's nothing on this. Wait a moment, what's this? Inconsistency between a certain item I saw earlier and the documents in my hand? What? This? I don't think so.
What's it your...
Mr. Shen is...
It seems like... Allow me... A voice tells me that
It's a lion and a unicorn.
there is an inconsistency.
I don't get it. Okay, I might need a hint here. This is a file folder from District B. This? Oh. That's what it
Officer,
means.
I noticed that the letter B is marked on each folder. Is this the police station's code or identifier?
Aye, that's our station code. We're mainly responsible for security in Kensington.
The map indicates that the house where the murder occurred is located in the city of Westminster. On the map, Westminster is labeled with the code A.
You questioning if we ain't got the authority?
I'm just raising a reasonable doubt.
I've mentioned to you before, we received the initial distress telegram. That day, I showed Joseph the distress telegram. He knew the address, so we went together.
The person who sent the telegram is crucial. He is likely a key witness. We should continue.
The scene's a locked room, and the only fingerprints on the murder weapon are your brother's. Just these two bits alone are enough to peg it as a suicide. Unless you can cough up some proper evidence, go on and get out of my sight.
What could it be?
侦探也像旅行家一样四处冒险，但他们总能发现别人注意不到的细节。
说不定有什么细节被我忽略掉了。
If you claim my brother stabbed himself, this piece of evidence seems peculiar.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's the autopsy. Again, if you claim my brother stabbed himself, this piece of evidence seemed peculiar. I'm thinking the murder weapon, but... Oh, yeah.
I still think we should try to find the person who sent the telegram.
It won't change the fact that your brother's death is ruled as a suicide. Understand?
But at least mobilize
If you ever become the commissioner, we'll mobilize the whole crew to find that person. How's that?
Well, the person reported a homicide.
We've checked that building, but with the massive foot traffic, it's a challenge to pinpoint.
Cody, get him out.
What? That was not. Hang on, I thought it was it. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. The person said a homicide. It didn't say suicide. That's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish.
Officers, something still puzzles me. The fingerprints found on the dagger belong to my brother's left index and thumb. And the fingerprints are located at the end of the knife handle. It seems that he wasn't gripping the dagger, but rather holding it between two fingers. In this position, How could he have stabbed himself in the chest with the dagger?
Clearly that ain't the way he held the dagger when he offed himself.
But if he held the dagger in a different way, there should have been more fingerprints left.
Not necessarily.
We speculate your brother held the dagger through his shirt sleeves. No fingerprints were left.
If he intended to kill himself, why would he avoid leaving fingerprints on the dagger?
That doesn't matter.
You!
Mr. Shintune, get upset. We're not trying to make things difficult for you deliberately.
Well, if it's not on purpose, then it's still.
The detail you're questioning, even if it's in doubt, it's didn't change the conclusion. It was a locked room. Door, windows, skylight, all locked from inside.
No.
The only key was in your brother's hand. There is nae a second person who could have committed the act in such a situation.
Is there?
Are there truly no other possibilities?
Brainstorm the truth about the locked room.
有没有可能，凶手提前复制了一把钥匙呢？
沈先生，我跟你说过，握在你哥哥手中的是房间唯一的钥匙。
复制一把钥匙并不是多复杂的事。
你对你的无知一无所知。显而易见的问题，警方会考虑不到。
郑夫人家的钥匙采用了一种独特的东方设计，你在案卷中见过的。我找了不少锁匠来核实过，没人能做出一模一样的。
可，郑阿姨的家里为何要用那么复杂的钥匙和锁？
原因不重要，重要的是，这让案发现场成为了一个密室。
应该还有其他的可能性存在。房间唯一的钥匙在哥哥手里，更可能是因为凶手。也许凶手锁好门后，又用某种方式将钥匙送了回来。
哦，通过哪里送回来？
Locking the door, the perpetrator returned the key in some way. Whoa. What am I missing here? That's interesting. Return the key in some way. The window?
凶手可以通过窗户送回钥匙。
你没去看过现场，
沈先生，那个窗把手很紧。
容我。凶手可以通过。
沈先生。
Yeah, you know what? Nope. Okay, so that's what reconsider means. Hmm.
也许凶手锁好了。
哦，通过哪里送回来
？It's not the skylight through the door.
大概率还是通，毕竟门是房间唯一的出。
可是，凶手要怎样通过门把钥匙送回被害人手中呢
？Mechanism？
凶手。
机关？什么机关能把钥匙准？
首先，凶手要用这件物品。 将钥匙和哥哥的手连接起来。
What is it? I'm gonna connect the key to my brother's hands. I don't know.
凶手可以利用煤油瓶中的棉线运输钥匙。
可警方。
运输完成后，他完全可以将沾有煤油的棉线点燃烧毁。
可钥匙上，
容我。首先，凶手要用
The mesh is charred black with a thin iron wire. This?
这个
Nope.
容我。首先，凶手要用这
Paper ashes don't seem so. Let's relook. Created a mechanism. Could it be something about the book or this? This?
凶手很可能是利用这卷摩斯码纸盘，将钥匙收入屋内的。
摩斯码纸盘，
纸袋的内侧比较脏，有一些磨损痕迹。我怀疑，这是纸袋在地上拖行所产生的痕迹。
不可行。首先，电报机的朝向就是问题。电报机上的纸盘指向实验桌的方向，而不是指向房门。其次，从空间上看，电报机、被害人和房门并不在一条直线上。这里不仅有角度差，还有高度差。小子，凶手是怎么用纸袋把钥匙送回你哥哥手中的？
仅凭纸袋是不够的，凶手应该还用到了房间中的一些其他物品。究竟哪些物品构成了机关？我需要把思路好好整理一下。
Create a mechanism using the paper strip and some other items. Return the key back to my brother's hand. Wood shavings. What, I'm just supposed to add it? I can't move that, can I? I feel like it's a few things. This? Candles, chair. Right? Well, does it have to be in sequence? Ah, there we go. Paper reel doesn't rotate on its own. Oh. Ugh. No? Hey. But the mash was like right here. If we say it was through the door. I don't know. Connecting components, track limiters, and power source. I mean, so if I'm saying it's from the door, it will go through the chair. So it will return him the key to the candles, to the stool. It's there though.
So that's how it is.
There we go.
Officers, I know how the killer returned the key.
Mr. Shenden, please.
The killer used this Morse code paper strip as a rope to place the key in my brother's hand. He had my brother hold onto the middle, and then swung one end outside the door. Then, inserted the swung end into the key's chain hole and bent it back in reverse. Next, Used a candle to change the direction of the strip and keep it down with a low stool. Finally, put the paper reel back on the telegraph machine and activated it. As the machine operated, it pulled the key back into the room through the gap under the door. The key had resistance when passing through the hand, causing the strip to detach. Then, the key stayed in his hand. This is the method the killer used to return the key.
This method sounds feasible and aligns with the scene. Gaunt, this.
Why not feasible?
That telegraph machine, it only spits out paper, doesn't take any in.
What?
What?
If the killer did retrieve the key using the telegraph machine, there'd be a heap of paper strips scattered on a desk at the crime scene. But it ain't the case.
Aye, right. At the scene, the Morse code paper strip was neatly kept in a paper reel. And that paper reel was Mr. Shen.
The telegraph machine can't retrieve paper, but there are traces on the paper. All these suggest that... Officers, the paper strip wasn't retrieved using the telegraph machine, but...
This.
The Morse code paper reel is a component of the telegraph machine. We all instinctively assumed that it could only be installed on the telegraph machine. But in reality, what truly aided the killer in this scheme was the phonograph by the desk.
The phonograph?
Yep, the phonograph.
The phonograph can have so many uses.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do here? Wait, I don't get it. What am I supposed to do here? You didn't tell me. What am I supposed to do here? Oh. Here? Wait, I can't click anything here. What am I supposed to click? Oh, there you go. Okay. The paper reel was installed here. It cannot detach by itself. Seeing to point out the officer chose the location that caused the paper reel to detach. Would be this.
Officers, please take a look. The phonograph's tone arm continuously shifts to the right during music play. The tone arm pushes the paper reel away and the reel rolled into the position where it was found.
Whoa.
So, the killer's artifice of creating a locked room illusion stands completely exposed.
Okay, I only selected through the door because it was similar to how it was in the first case. Like the locked room scenario where it was done through the door, I think.
Mr. Shen, that's truly an enlightening deduction.
What's your opinion, Sergeant Gaunt?
Your speculation does have a certain level of plausibility.
Could the police say that?
But speculation is just speculation. Cracking a case comes down to evidence and facts.
My statements are backed by factual evidence.
Your speculation does seem to explain some of the phenomena at the scene. But there are still fatal contradictions between it and some crucial facts.
Like what?
What facts?
Between 1:40 and 2:30 that afternoon, The cafe downstairs heard uninterrupted phonograph music. If the killer turned on the phonograph to transport the key back into the room, then before 1:40, he must have locked the door and left the scene. According to autopsy, your brother's time of death is estimated to be between 2 and 3. Of course, it can be narrowed down further to 2 to 2:28. He was dead when the police arrived. You catch what this implies? Even following your speculation, your brother got stabbed after the killer left the room.
I feel like the dagger may not be what did him in.
Well, that blows the foundation of this reasoning out of the water, doesn't it?
Might not be a stab, from, like, in my opinion. Ooh. Okay, I should be looking at this right now.
Is it possible he was attacked before 1:50, with death occurring after 2 o'clock?
You know he died from a weapon piercing the left pulmonary artery, causing sudden cardiac arrest.
I don't think so.
In other words, he died instantly, right after getting stabbed.
Oh.
The blood stains at the scene confirm that as well.
Could this situation be due to...
I don't know, the paper reel installed later. Well, I feel like it's either this or this, because that could have taken some time, but it's not poisoning. I'm not so keen on the accomplice. Let's try this
Perhaps
first.
the killer activated the phonograph before killing. After killing my brother and setting up the scene, they placed the paper reel on the phonograph.
If that's the case, the killer had to pause the phonograph while setting up the paper reel.
In that case, what the cafe staff...
It is
Okay.
impossible to place the paper reel on the spinning phonograph.
Is it really?
Allow me a moment to think again. Could this situation be due to...
We'll try this last, because I'm not so keen on an accomplice. Ooh. Actually, if they're talking about 2 men, it could be.
Perhaps the killer had an accomplice. For example...
We've questioned more than once.
Could it be the police?
Ooh.
若警察是帮凶，推理毫无意义。的确，任何证据的合理的思路是，暂不做此假设，从头来过吧。
Could this situation be due to... Since the door was locked first, then the murder...
Yeah, I was wrong about that accomplice thing. Should just follow my guts. I overthink it. I thought since they talked about the 2 men across the street, or at least the lady did. Oh.
The killer likely employed a method to delay the time of the murder.
How can that be possible? There are no signs of binding or defense wounds on your brother's body. Would he just stand by and watch the killer set up a killing mechanism?
I suspect my brother had lost the ability to move at that time.
Paralysis.
My brother's autopsy report is the best evidence. Officer Jones mentioned that most contortions are related to paralysis of the back nerves. I suspect the killer used anesthetic drugs on my brother.
We've suggested this direction early on, but toxicology results came back all negative.
Perhaps a substance undetectable with current forensic expertise.
Can't confirm or deny that possibility. But before delving into the drug angle, a more pressing question is, if there was no one in the room at the time, how did the weapon pierce the victim's chest? No crossbows or similar devices were found at the scene.
Officer Jones, Was the dagger vertical to the ground at that time?
At that time, the body was in a contorted position, the chest almost parallel to the ground. The dagger was thrust vertically into his chest. It can be considered as vertical to the ground.
There was no one in the room. How did the weapon pierce the victim's chest? Vertigo to the ground.
Vertical to the ground. And the location where my brother was murdered happened to be directly beneath the skylight. This is likely not a coincidence.
Are you suspecting the killer hung the dagger on the skylight? On second thought, the skylight is very high and it's impossible to reach without a ladder. But Mrs. Cheng's house doesn't have a ladder. There were no signs of anything being moved at the crime scene.
I mean, this is getting a bit tricky.
How was the dagger hung up then? It can't have flown there, can it?
Officer Jones, you reminded me. This item made me realize.
No.
Hold on. There's no...
Allow me.
Sorry.
This item made me
I jumped way too quickly. Burn people ashes. Oh, it's not this either.
Hold on.
Whoops.
You.
Sorry. I need to think more before I select my answers. That's a failed attempt.
This item made me realize how the killer suspended the dagger.
How the killer suspended the dagger. Can't be the paper. It's not this. Cotton threads.
Hold on.
Allow.
Oh, sorry. Like, oh.
This item made me
Scorch marks on the rings of the handle. Burn paper ashes. Can't be paper though. Is it paper? Ooh. Don't think so.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Allow.
Wait, then what's hanging
This
the dagger?
item made me
Swinging the dagger at a certain height requires a flying object which is hidden in a piece of evidence. A flying object. A flying object. No, not this. A flying object. Wait.
Mr. Shen suggesting the photograph along with the dagger took off?
Ooh. I did not
He
think
means
of
the
that.
lantern in the photo.
That's where the paper came from.
That idea does have a touch of imagination too.
But can a lantern truly carry a dagger and take off?
At room temperature, air density, 35 cubic feet volume lantern, excluding its own weight, can lift an object weighing up to 9.17 ounces.
Wow, that's really accurate.
The dagger weighs 5.64 ounces, requiring only 24 cubic feet of lantern volume to lift it.
Sergeant Gaunt's calculations are precise and admirable.
Never thought Sergeant Gaunt's math skills were so deep and unbelievable.
I never thought too.
Just a bit of a private hobby, you know.
So why wasn't there a lantern found at the crime scene?
It was burned. What else? Candle. Ooh. Is it not? Small brush inside. I already took that. I thought it was the candles for sure. Okay, the candles were part of the key. Right? That's why there were scorch marks. There are remains. Ain't this the remains? Oh, this.
Listen, I...
Oh, come on.
You've got...
Mr.
Well, I've failed a lot of times for this.
So why?
No. Is it not? Central asbestos has been replaced with wax. That's what's burning. A missing book? Is that not? Details? Oh, these contoured. Yeah. The dagger is already here. Scorch marks on the ring of the handle. Can't be on the ring, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't count, right? Because this is not anywhere near it. Find items that make up the sky lantern in the room. Or maybe it's not this. Maybe I just put the book and not the window. Make up the sky lantern. So it will probably go out from here. Got the book. We got this. And what else? String? No, we don't need. We don't technically need string, do we? The sky lantern. Fire. I don't know. Let's try this. Lampshade. Isn't that what the book is? There we go.
I got it. The asbestos mesh serves as the base support for the lantern. With this partially burned piece of paper should be part of the lampshade. On the lab table, there's a stack of identical, large, lightweight sheets of paper.
Oh, it wasn't part of the book. I thought it was the book.
I didn't ken what method the killer used to completely burn the lampshade like that.
I believe the lampshade must have been brushed with kerosene. When the flames spread, it could burn down the entire sky lantern.
No wonder there were paper ashes on your brother's body.
The position where the lantern hangs from the ceiling was not controllable. How did the killer ensure that the falling dagger would definitely stab the victim? Besides, about the death time delayed, How did he control the timing of the dagger's descent?
There should be another mechanism at the scene, composed of a sky lantern and some other items.
Another one. Darn. Okay. To address the delay and limit issues with the dagger's placement, there must be another set of mechanisms on site. I need to select the items that compose of it. The skylight? Yo, I don't know. It needs another mechanism. There must be another set of mechanisms on site to address the delay and limit issues with the dagger placement. Dagger placement. I don't know. Can't be this. Okay, let's go ahead. The top of the sky lantern requires a space limiter. The two places have burn marks that should be from the mechanism's activation. Burn marks. The candles. What else? Two places have burn marks. What other places has burn marks? Burn marks, that's this. Let's see. How are the scorch marks on the end of the dagger handle? They're not this.
So that's how it is.
There we go. Okay, I wasn't that far off this time round.
The ring at the end of the dagger's handle shows signs of scorching. There are scorch marks on the skylight frame as well. And the location where my brother was murdered happened to be directly beneath the skylight. That's the killer's plan.
Go on then. Let's hear it.
The reason the killer placed my brother right beneath the skylight is because the skylight is concave, feasible to fix the sky lantern to its window frame. Then, he tied the kerosene-soaked cotton thread to a candle. After arranging the key, paper, and phonograph, he could leave the room and lock the door. Before long, the candle burned down to the cotton thread that suspended the dagger. Finally, the dagger fell vertically, piercing my brother's chest. My brother's death is definitely not a suicide. It's murder.
Murder.
The killer is still at large.
Find him. That sounds sarcastic.
For someone without professional training, you are quite impressive.
Is he genuine about it?
You do have a natural talent for detective work, indeed. However, this particular dagger tips the scales at a mere 160 grams. Falling from the skylight, could it veritably penetrate your brother's heart? Perhaps it behooves us to undertake an experiment.
They're gonna replicate it?
I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Shen. We've given it our all, tried every which way, but we just can't mimic the scenario you put forth.
No.
But those mechanisms, why?
I do ken how you're feeling, but I'm fearing we're at a standstill with no breakthroughs in sight.
Darn.
重大突破！
So he was dreaming.
先生，找到那份书稿了。
我刚刚睡着了。
是啊，外面天都亮了。
沈先生，趁你睡着，我翻了好多书架，可算是把那本书找到了。夸我，夸我！
I need that parrot.
秀丽，快把书拿给沈先生看吧。
沈先生，罗佩借鉴的应该是这篇小说了。
藻井之殇，作者沟辰居士。
Death Under the Casson, written by Sinosura.
如果不是祖父的急性，我恐怕不会再踏入祠堂一步。老屋门环上斑驳的铜锈，一如叔伯们身上阿达的铜锈。三婶逢人便炫耀儿子刘洋带回来的留声机，据说是灌了明灵的唱段，要在仪式上大露一手。大伯死了，被赐死在祭祖仪式上。
Yo, it's exactly the same.
那可是间密室啊，唯一的钥匙就在大伯身上。现场除了尸体旁的七星灯格外惹眼，就是那会唱歌的机器。
It's the same 7-star lamp, or candles in that sense, a dagger.
大伯是被七星灯借命，亦或是被机器的声音蛊惑？我重新勘察了现场，的确是间密室。留声机也因变调而显得诡异。难道真的是鬼神作祟？凶手是用孔明灯将凶器升到藻井之上的。变调的留声机，则让我察觉到了滚轴上的鱼线。密室迎刃而解。
Fishing line.
但藻井下的悲剧，还要像这滚轴一样轮回多少次？封底贴着一张纸，上面写着“邵伯镇官厅街东首”。
Eastern end of Guanting Street, Shaobo Town.
先生，怎么样？有什么发现吗？
密室、留声机、孔明灯、北斗七星。
Basically, it's the same case.
这些描述都与哥哥遇害的现场一致。书中的密室没有天窗，但屋顶有个藻井，两者的作用是一样的。摩斯码纸袋则被替换成了鱼线。相比罗佩的小说，这份书稿与哥哥的命案现场更加相似，就好像作者亲历过一样。
其他现场的细节也都一样吗？
小说中的案件发生在祠堂，而伦敦的案件发生在书房，两者的布置有诸多差异。不过，这些差异均与案情无关，唯一案情上的区别是死状。
Oh, could the person who wrote this book be the murderer?
死状。
小说中的受害者是在藻井下长跪祭拜时，被下落的匕首扎死的。凶器插在他的背上，他的尸体也没有出现反曲现象。
这个差异意味着什么呢？
我不知道。
沈先生，我听了你们的讨论，突然有些联想。
愿闻其详。
我记得车尔尼雪夫斯基曾说：“艺术源于生活，高于生活。”嘿，毕竟我本人也是侦探小说作者嘛，明白作者喜欢从现实中获得故事灵感。既然这本书的情节与沈先生追查的案件高度相似，我想，那作者应该是案件的知情人吧？活的，活的。
那两位可知道沟辰居士是何许人？
这我就不清楚了。
作者只留了笔名，我也不知道他的真实身份。
他还有其他作品吗？
没有了，这是沟辰居士唯一的投稿。
有没有哪位作家的文风与他相似呢？ 说不定作者还用过其他笔名。
此书虽构思精巧，但文笔生涩。作者更像初出茅庐的生手，而非经常创作小说之人。
那字迹呢？我好像看到过一些书稿字迹与这本书相似。
这是刘当用的誊抄件，字迹是誊抄原的，原稿已经退还给作者了。
当时退稿的地址应该还能找到吧？
时间久远，书局又搬过家，收稿和退稿的记录都找不到了。
书的这个部分，说不定对找作者有帮助。书的封底贴了一张纸，上面写着“邵伯镇官厅街东首”。
这个看上去确实是碧城姐的字迹。韩秋姐，你知道这个地址吗？
没有，不过你倒提醒我了。碧城说过，自己找到了部分剧稿作者的地址，准备走访一下。
先生，我们快去吕先生写的地址看看吧，说不定勾陈居士就住在那里。
好，我们看看去。两位，我可以把这份书稿先借走吗？
当然，还有什么需要我帮忙的，尽管开口。
再见，再见。
邵伯镇官厅街东首，就是这里了。
进去看看。
先生，这里看，勾陈居士会不会早就搬走了
No, this is the place, the scene of the murder.
看屋内的装饰布局，这不是住宅，而是一座祠堂。
祠堂？
先调查一下看看。
It's the scene of the crime. Candle carrying on the ancestors' light, illuminating the virtue. Shun Xiao. Oh, the ancestral hall in the novels was on the right side. It's the scene of the crime. What does it say? 知恩报恩。It's all ooze. Stone wool.
“这里煞气重得很，二位私闯进来，小心会有血光之灾呀！”所幸二位也算有缘，遇上我谢半仙，就由我来帮你们算一算如何避凶。
你不也是私闯进来的吗？
非也非也，我对这里熟得很，知道化解之法。
我看你是想骗我们算命，让我们付钱吧。
施主，这个讲究的是缘分。掏5个铜板，捧个香火，为此事做个小小的功德， 便可。
No。
谢老先生，我现2份项目，但你不必给我算命。
Too nice of a guy。
不知施主希望我做什么？开光、做法、解梦、看风水。
我想请教几个问题。
好说好说。
谢老先生可认得这宅院的主人？
认得呀，吴家大老爷吴志明嘛，我还给他的孙子们算过姻缘。不过，他们几年前举家搬去上海了，这祠堂也就荒废了。
吴家可有善写书之人？
吴家人大多经商，只有吴老爷的3孙子吴松涛肚里有墨水。不过，听说他留洋去了。
So that's Stone Rule。
果然是他。
巧了，1个月前有位姑娘来过，也问了我同样的问题。
半仙，你说的这位姑娘可是圆圆脸、留短发，戴一副黑框眼镜？
正是。原来你们认识啊？
不知那位姑娘还说了什么？
她说，她是什么书局的修撰。吴家公子7年前向书局投稿了一本书，他觉得写得很不错。
7年前
？7 years？
是啊，他是这么说的。
原来是这样。
This Stone Rule character is getting more suspicious。
施主，瞧你印堂发黑，命里会有劫数，要不要我传授你渡劫之法？
呸！先生，你是不是又头疼了？我扶你去休息吧。
不急，我们先回一趟书局，我需要确认一些信息。
先生，你真的不再休息一下吗？
思绪纷扰，也睡不着。
算了，拗不过你。话说，祠堂里那个算命先生说7年前，你好像很震惊的样子。
罗佩的斗士遗阵，是在哥哥命案后才发表的，因此，我一直认为书的作者是命案的知情人。但凿井之殇，是7年前写的，远早于命案发生的时间。
So what if it's the other way around? So the person who wrote the case is one, but the murderer took inspiration from that book, in a sense.
也就是说，写出小说的作者反倒不一定与命案有关，而是真正的凶手在作案时模仿了小说中的杀人手法。
That's what I said.
凶手是读过这本小说的人。
更准确地说，是知道小说内容的人。
Right.
这本书被拒稿了，并未得到发表。理论上，在命案发生时，知道内容的人只有作者本人，以及当年的编辑和滕超元。当然，也不能排除作者曾私下给其他人看过书稿。
我们刚才回书局一趟，先生已经确认那位编辑和滕超元没出过国。他们也表示没有跟其他人说起过书的内容。
接下来需要确认的，就是作者那边了。
这么说，吴松涛的嫌疑还是很大。
Yeah.
可偏偏吴松涛在案发前1天，就离开伦敦返回国内了。
可是，案发现场不是发现了延时装置吗？
那套装置最多只能延时10几分钟，不可能达到1天之内。而且，案发那天早上，不少人都见过哥哥。
那吴松涛的不在场证明一定是伪造的。
其实，从伦敦带回案卷后，我就去上海找过吴松涛。他看上去并无异样，还拿出了传票和离境记录作证。
This. It's in September. Does it not?
那些资料看上去是真实的。这些年来， 我不是没有推演过吴松涛是凶手的可能，但并未找出破绽。
的确，如果吴松涛真的是凶手，他是怎么做到的呢？
无论如何，我们都有必要再去上海一趟，问一问有关这本书的事。
没错，感觉我们离真相越来越近了。
沈仲平和他的助手最近去了扬州，在金瓷书局里找到了一份书稿。
书稿
？Oh darn！
据说是本小说。沈仲平认为，他跟吴松涛有关。他正在来上海的路上，应该是想找吴松涛。
是。
Wow, wow, wow. That's why we're heading to Shanghai. Let's go, hurry up. Yeah, there's plenty of that I can't read. Like this chain here, no idea.
天色不早，快打烊了。咱们抓紧时间去吴松涛的洋货铺。
Alright.
上海街头真是繁华呀，街上的汽车也变多了。先生，你知道我最喜欢什么时候的上海吗？
晚上，因为有电。
那你猜猜，这次来上海，我最想坐什么？
市城新开的当当车。
先生懂我哎。
Alright, we have reached Shanghai, and we're gonna call it here for this chapter. Yeah, so we've completed chapter 5 from the locked room mystery, and we're gonna move on to chapter 6 the next time round when we come back. Thanks for watching till here, thanks for staying on, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one wherever you're at, and I'll see you around. Bye.